What is an iBuyer and why should you care? iBuyer startups like Opendoor, OfferPad are rapidly expanding into new territories and are now established players. Even companies like Zillow are starting to get in on the action. These companies use computer algorithms to provide sellers with a quick cash offer to buy their home. Hi, I'm Dana Ehrlich with Mint Real Estate, a refreshingly innovative boutique real estate firm based in Southern California. And welcome to another episode of Highest or Best, the one show that shows you how to maximize your Los Angeles real estate assets when it's time to sell. I wanted to take a few minutes and explain the iBuyer business model, weigh the pros and cons of working with an iBuyer, and share strategies you can use to protect yourself if you choose to explore this new option to sell your home. First, how does the iBuyer process work? While each company operates a little differently, the basic premise is the same. A seller or seller's agent completes a brief online form that asks questions about the size, features, and conditions of the property. Some also require digital photos of the property. The iBuyer is going to use this information to determine whether or not the home is within the set of criteria that matches their investment model. This is also known as their buy box. They are generally looking for houses they can easily value and flip. In most cases, that ideal property is a moderately priced single-family home located in a neighborhood with many similar houses. The property shouldn't require any major renovation before listing. Minor fluffing and fixes are okay. Once the iBuyer has used their algorithm to determine the amount they are willing to pay, they will email over an offer, usually within a day or two. The offer should also disclose the company's service fee, which is typically between 7 and 12% of the purchase price. Now, if the seller accepts the offer, an in-person visit and inspection are then scheduled. The iBuyer is going to ask for a reduction in price to cover any defects they find during the process. And once the sale closes, they will make the necessary updates and repairs and then resell the home on the open market. So what are the pros and cons of selling to an iBuyer? Well, of course, the biggest benefit of selling your home to an iBuyer is convenience. For some homeowners, the stress and disruption of preparing and listing the home can feel overwhelming. And what busy family with kids and pets wouldn't want to skip the hassle of keeping their house in show-ready condition? Additionally, many sellers like the predictability of a cash buyer and the flexibility to choose their own closing date. Now, the main con is that your house never goes on the open market, which is really the only true way to know what its actual retail value is. Ultimately, it's the market that dictates the home price. So if you never go to market, you'll never really know if their offer was the best you could have gotten for your home. Another disadvantage is that the added convenience comes at a cost. An iBuyer is an investor looking to make their profit, so their purchase offer is usually below true market value. And when you tack on service fees and deductions for updates and repairs, studies show that sellers who work with iBuyers net a lower amount than those that list the traditional way. In fact, in a recent MarketWatch investigation, they found that transactions involving iBuyers net the seller 11% less than if they would have sold their home with an agent on the open market. While it may seem like a quick and easy way to go, working with an iBuyer can present some unique challenges. For example, they are notorious for presenting a strong offer initially and then whittling it down with long list of costly updates and repairs once they complete their inspection. And unlike a traditional buyer who is incentivized to make a deal come together, an iBuyer can easily walk away if you don't meet their demands. Just like you wouldn't go to court without a lawyer, you shouldn't enter a real estate transaction without an advocate to represent you. Having a professional agent on your side can be especially important when negotiating with an iBuyer. Remember, they employ sophisticated representatives and a team of attorneys who are focused on maximizing their profits, not yours. You need someone in your corner who has the skills and knowledge to ensure you get a fair deal and who understands the terms of their contract so you don't encounter any unpleasant surprises along the way. Overall, We think the emergence of new technology that helps to streamline the real estate process is exciting. And if we believe a client can benefit by working with an iBuyer, we present it as an option. But there is inevitably a cost to the convenience. After all, most iBuyers eventually list the property they acquire on the open market, which is still the best place to find a buyer if you want to maximize the sale price of your home. So if you'd like to learn more about iBuyers and other options currently available in the Los Angeles real estate market to sell your home, we can help you determine the best path given your unique situation. So reach out to me by phone, text, email, messenger, any way, and we can schedule a no obligation consultation. I'm Dana Ehrlich with Mint Real Estate. Thanks for watching Highest or Best.